everyone, welcome to my January 2021 plan with me, and also my first plan with me to ever go on the internet. So welcome, hello, I'm so glad you're here. As you can see, we're doing like a red, purple, and craft paper theme. I had a bunch of craft paper left over from wrapping my cousin's presents because it was my first year wrapping and I messed up a lot, but that meant I had craft paper from my bullet journal, so it was okay. It all worked out. And there's a ton more, so I'm sure there'll be more craft paper throughout the year. And then at the top, you can see that I have tissue paper. That's for my dog's present, his Christmas present on Christmas morning. And I thought it looked really well with the red that I already chose. It matches the Crayola Super Tip, that red one right there, almost perfectly. So I had to use it. I also use scrapbook paper. I only end up using that light purple and the red one that you'll see in a second. Yeah, I don't know. I just like them the best. I don't really like the darker purples that came in the pack of paper that I have. At least not for this. I just got like this giant pack like months ago from Michael's, and it just has the like colors of the rainbow, and then it's like the same patterns over and over again. They're just in different colors. So yeah, I'm just ripping everything up, just trying to lay it all out nicely. I'm gonna bring in right there, yeah, paper snowflakes. I made a bunch of paper snowflakes because I was like, oh, how cute would it be to have paper snowflakes? And then I realized how hard it was to cut them because I'm using like my paper cutter and to glue them down. Like they were ripping from each other, like the sections of the snowflake. And it was messy to glue because of all the tiny little creases. And something about glue sticks, they dry super fast. I know it's probably because, they're made for children. But I'm not a child, so I want them to last longer, but then I have to go over and I just feel like I'm wasting glue. So I ditched the paper snowflakes after my calendar spread, and as you can see, I'm making an absolute mess because I'm gluing on my bullet journal. I also stopped doing that. Basically, January was learning from my mistakes because I think this is the first time I've glued paper into my bullet journal. I've been bullet journaling for like 3.5 years. I started April of 2018, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. I started bullet journaling the summer of 2018, so it's been like 3.5 years. And I've been drawing like that whole time. If you know me and you've seen my bullet journal, it's like covered in doodles. So I wanted to switch it up for 2021 because I was not happy with my bullet journal last year. I mean, there were some like good spreads and I really liked certain months, but for the most part, I just wanted a change. So yeah, I think 2021 is going to be mainly color themes, not so much themes like, yeah, there's snowflakes in this, but my main focal point is the red and purple, and I also bring in gray, and it's, just to add some dimension to it. But yeah, you can see I'm drawing snowflakes to show everyone that these are snowflakes that are pasted onto the paper, and that's like my overarching theme. So yeah, this is the cover page. It's not in any like particular order or anything. It's pretty random. And then we move on to my calendar page. So on the left, I just have the calendar. I don't write events or anything on the calendar because it's itty bitty. Well, I mean, it fills up the page, but like it's just not enough space. I'm in college. I have an Etsy and a Depop, and now I'm doing YouTube. I got adult things to do, like, go to the doctors, and dentist. So, yeah, I need more space. So on the left, or no. Did I say it backwards? I meant my calendar's on the left and my, events and to-do are on the right. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so On the right are my events. It's kind of like the normal bullet journal style, but I split it into 2 columns. And then under that, I just have my to-do. So yeah, you could, if you saw, I started creasing the paper on the edge and like folding it over the edge, because then you can just put the glue down right there, like before the crease, and it's so much easier to cut. Like when you have to get your scissors really close to the page, because then, you know, the paper's not sticking to the glue. So I don't know why I never thought of that before this moment in time, but if you don't do that, I recommend you try it, because it was super helpful. This January is not as pretty as the other January. I struggled with my R and all the letters actually. And because halfway through it, I got really self-conscious because I was on camera. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I spell January right? And now I'm questioning myself again. I'm pretty sure I spelled it right. And if I didn't, whatever. I know what it means. So yeah, just adding some snowflakes. And then using my gray to kind of fill things in. And adding a little drop shadow to add some dimension, because paper is flat. And that's all that's on here. And then I don't pencil in on camera. It takes me ages to figure out how to space things. And this particular calendar was making me very upset, because I think I did get it centered at some point, and I was like, no, that looks stupid. It's too tiny. So I just had to not have it be centered. And I add a drop shadow on it to center it a little bit more. But it turns out good, you know. I mean, it's just a calendar. I don't have to write anything on it. It's just there for show. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is the first time I messed up, though. You'll see me right here. Yep. I was going to alternate, and then I didn't. So I was like, okay, we'll just make all the like date covers, little dots that I'm putting the numbers on, red. And then I really liked January because it ends on a Sunday, and I start my weeks on Mondays. So it was super helpful because I didn't have to keep flipping back and forth to make sure I was doing it correctly, because short-term memory is not very good. I mean, fun fact, no one's short-term memory is good, but anyway, yeah, I'm just writing in all the numbers, and it's also satisfying because that means Monday has exactly 4 weeks in it this year. Like, it starts on Monday, ends on Sunday. It's like a perfect little rectangle. I love it so much. And there's actually a lot of months like that start on Monday, and it's very satisfying to me. I don't know why. I just like when Monday is one, you know. But anyways, this is the last time that I use the paper snowflake. I'm just putting down some craft paper first. I think I put down some tissue paper too. I kind of stick with that theme of layering that you see right now. Yep, I do. Okay. Oh no, that's scrap paper. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But I do know it's the last time I use a snowflake. It's the same snowflake. It's just the bottom half of the one that was on the bottom on the cover page. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like a snowflake, you know. I think it's pretty, but it was becoming such a pain to glue and stuff. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I do have glue tape, but it's stupid because it comes out in dots and it doesn't work. I can't get it to work. I don't know if like I'm the problem, but I don't know. It was the only one Walmart had, and I was like, I need glue tape. So yeah, here we are with my crappy glue tape and struggling to use a glue stick. But this is where I do my events. They're just lines, you know, 1 through 16 on the left, and then 17 through 31 on the right. And I think I just alternate colors with like my 3 main colors when I'm writing in the numbers, just to add some more color, because, you know, I can't add paper everywhere. I mean, I would if I could, but then I would have no room to bullet journal, and that's kind of the point, isn't it? And then on the bottom of this, I do my to-do section. Sometimes I need a really big to-do, and other times, you know, I mean, I guess I don't this month because I'm on winter break for over half of this month because of COVID. They're trying to prep the spring semester to be completely online at my college. So yeah, I'm not doing that much this month. I mean, besides working and playing The Sims. So yeah, that's really all I'm doing. I mean, I have like some appointments and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's not a busy month, which is weird because coming from high school, you know, you go back to school like the first week of January. So I'm really, really enjoying my time off this year. So I'm just adding snowflakes around the whole thing. It looks a little off just because I was trying to be like spontaneous with it, and then I missed like a whole section at the top. So I mean, it doesn't look bad though. You know, it's whatever. So yeah, and then obviously I can't know what to do because I need space. So it looks a little weird. But now we're moving on to my nightmare tracker. This is my favorite spread because I just love the way it looks at the end of the month when it's all filled out. Because I think it's my biggest spread. It's my only 2-page spread usually, so it's the most pleasing to look at for me. Basically, it's just a big rectangle, and then it's split up into different categories. On the left, I have like all the factors into a nightmare, and then on the right, I have like a short little description, and then I like color code topics to put it in. So, you know, if you have frequent nightmares, I would suggest trying this out because I mainly do it to see, like, did something this month affect my nightmares, you know, besides stress, because obviously that makes sense. So, like, for me, I've noticed, like, when my back hurts, I have a certain type of nightmare. So if my back hurts right before I go to sleep, or if I wake up and my back hurts, then I can be like, oh, okay, that's why you had that. You know, it's okay. It was just a dream. So yeah, and I've been having them for like 5 years. Yeah. And you know, it's hard for nightmares to wake me up. So I like to track that as well. You know, like if I slept with my lights off, where did I sleep? What food did I eat? Am I in pain? How's my anxiety? You know, just like, did I take my medicine? Just a bunch of stuff that I track to try and figure out how I can take some of the pressure of the nightmare off, because, you know, they suck, like, no matter what, but, you know, if I know, like, oh, I'm on my period and I'm having cramps and I have these types of dreams, then I guess they're less scary. It makes them more real, I guess. So I think it's super helpful. I want to do a whole video on nightmare trackers, like how I started it, how I came up with it, how it's evolved throughout the years. Because I've been using a nightmare tracker for, this is my second bullet journal I'm using a nightmare tracker. No, yes. Wait, crap. I can't remember when I started it. It was my senior year of high school, but I started it before my bullet journal of 2020. So I've been using it for about a year. Okay. Well, just a little over a year. So I'm sorry if you can read the topics of my nightmares. If I don't write it out, I can't space it properly. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing super crazy. Like, you know, I've been dealing with it for 5 years now. And, you know, the topics change every once in a while. The first 3 have always been the same because they're my most dreamt, I guess. And they have, like, the biggest effect on me. So, yeah. They're, you know, some of them, like the point of view change, those are always really trippy. Like when you're watching a movie in a dream and then you're in the movie all of a sudden. So yeah, it's just color coded. And then when I run out of colors, I do stripes and stars and, or just black in general. All right, moving on to my habit tracker. So I do 6 habits every month. I try not to do more than that because it gets kind of overwhelming when I do more than 6. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting any real data. Like, it's too niche at that point. So yeah, I just do tiny habits. And then when I feel like I've completed that habit, then I'll replace it with something else. So like, I think yoga's back on here for this month because I've kind of fallen off. But when I was doing yoga regularly for like 3 months, I took it off my habit tracker because, you know, it was a habit at that point. So I didn't need to track it. I was doing it every day, no matter what. So yeah, I tracked yoga, if I took my medicine, and also that's just kind of nice to see. Vitamin D, because it's winter, and I can't find my sunlight lamp, like the lights that mimic sunlight. So yeah, gotta take my vitamin D, and then I track if I poop. I know that's weird, but like, you should be pooping. Everyone should be pooping every day. And maybe twice a day, you know? Your bowels should be healthy. So I like to track it. Because if I'm not, then, you know, that's not good. I get cranky and my tummy hurts. And I don't like it when my tummy hurts. So I like to know if I need to step up, like, my magnesium intake or whatever I'm doing to, you know, get better movement down there. But I also do no plucking. Because when I get stressed, it's kind of like no plucking / no picking. Because when I get stressed, like, I just go ham on my face. I pop blackheads. I pluck my eyebrows. Like, my face is like red after I'm done with it. And that's not chill. We don't want that. So, and then I also track if I slept with my lights off because I'm 5 and I'm scared of the dark. So a lot of the times I don't sleep with my lights off, and that's really bad. Your sleep schedule and just like sleeping in general. So I track it in my nightmare tracker. That's more like if I did it and how is it affecting my dreams. This is like, you're getting in the habit of doing it. Like, you're going to do it because you're 19, you're an adult, and you should be sleeping with the lights off. So yeah, that's it. I didn't make you guys sit through all the numbers because it's a pain to do. Like, my elbow was cramped, like the muscle inside of your arm, like that was cramping. I never had that before. But I don't know if it's just because I was at a weird angle because of the tripod. But yeah, it did not feel good. Normally my hand is the thing that cramps, but I don't know. I mean, I'm glad my hand didn't cramp. I'm not complaining. Just had never had that weird inner arm cramp before. So now we're doing my income tracker. I don't have like a normal part-time job because I am a full-time student. I take like the max credit hours. Like, I'm trying to get in and out of there, bro. So yeah, don't have time for a part-time job. Like, I wouldn't sleep if I had a part-time job. But I do have an Etsy. And I have a Depop, and now I'm doing YouTube. So I don't do nothing. I don't just, you know, not that I have free time, but you know, I usually like make my Etsy stuff during like lectures and stuff, which you shouldn't do. But I have a 4.0, so I'm gonna make my bracelets in the middle of my classes if I want to. But yeah, it's really tiny. It's because, you know, I don't make a lot of money off of it. I would love to. I would love for that to be my job one day. But for right now, it's not like paying the bills or anything. So we're just working with what we got. But yeah, it's just what's sold. Did I ship it? How much is it? What's the total amount that I have now? you know, and it helps me budget later on, which I don't really do anymore, if I'm being honest. I know I should, but I used to be really into budgeting, like, but I had a job, like I went and someone paid me to be there, so that makes it easy. When you don't know how much money you're gonna make that month, it makes it a little harder. So yeah, now we're moving on to my brain dump, which is my favorite spread to do. My nightmare tracker is my favorite to look at the end of the month, but this one, like, I just can't live without it. I went without it for a long time, and then I did it, and I was like, oh, where have you been my whole life? Because I'm the type of person who, if I don't write it down, I will forget it in the next 6 hours. Like, it'll just be gone forever. So, you know, and for a while there, I had just like this weird, like, random lists of stuff on my phone. And I was like, okay, we're moving this to the bullet journal because you use it every day. You know, you're constantly looking at it. And yeah, it changed my life. So if you're scatterbrained and forgetful, I recommend a brain dump. Like, everything goes in here. Like, it's not even just like ideas or anything. It's, I don't know. It's anything. Feelings, upcoming events, which I should use my future log for, but you know, just closer sometimes. So yeah, love my future, or not my future, my brain dump. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on social media. It's linked down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.